Welcome to the Great Show of Greyhounds. My name is Brian. This is Olive. She is our senior. Greyhounds have an average life expectancy of around 12 years, and Olive is coming in at 13 and a half. Unfortunately, over the last few months, we've noticed she's starting to decline. So in this episode, I'm going to be sharing our experience in providing end-of-life care to an old dog. Olive's racing name was USS Out of Sight. It was our understanding that the owner of the kennel she raced for was a former Navy man, so the names of his dogs tend to carry a battleship theme. How her call name became Olive, we have no idea, but that was the name that she responded to, so we kept it. Olive was a fairly good racer, so after she retired from the track, she was bred and whelped 6 litters of puppies between 2011 and 2015. Broodies have a different and special personality that comes with raising puppies. That lifestyle makes them gentler, more mature, and probably a bit more tired. We adopted Olive shortly after her 9th birthday, and she always seemed old to us. Don't get me wrong, she could still bound around and play in the backyard, but she would tire out quickly and go find a corner to nap in. Napping was her favorite thing to do. After her 12th birthday was when we really began to notice Olive was losing her agility. Longtime viewers may recall some videos about treating her injuries after falling down our stairs. She did this 3 times at her previous house, falling down the stairs, tearing open her foot, exposing the bone. She had scars on top of scars by the end. To avoid further injuries due to her weakening legs, I began leading her down those stairs to make sure she wouldn't continue to hurt herself. From Olive's 13th birthday on, we really had to make adjustments to cater to her needs. Greyhounds are bred for health, so even though they are large dogs, they can still live for a decent number of years. But 13 is very old for a Grey, and she would be easily exhausted. Olive loved going for a walk, but she just couldn't keep up anymore, so we would take her out on a short one, bring her back home to lay down, and then take Wilson and Mate on a proper long walk. We never figured out why, and it happened kind of fast, but Olive went blind in her left eye, so occasionally she would walk into things as her peripheral vision was diminished quite a bit.
Olive, let's eat your food. Come on. Come on. Olive, come on. Come on. Come on, Olive. Come on. All right, Olive. Eat your food. Eat your food. All right. Eat your food. Olive, eat your food. Oh.
Olive was always a bit of a stubborn eater, but it really became a challenge in her last few months. I would really have to almost bully her into eating. Frequently, she would just walk away from a full bowl of food. And unlike the boys who are always eager to eat, Olive would never ask for it, so sometimes we'd forget to try to feed her again later. We had to make a remember to feed Olive sign to hang in a noticeable location because she was losing weight. In order to make her food more exciting, we would pour chicken broth on it to give it a tastier aroma. As her sense of smell diminished, we would put something really stinky on it like tuna fish to entice her. In the final few weeks, Olive was panting a lot. Panting can mean other things besides being too hot. It can also be a sign of anxiety or an indication of being in pain. We were never able to determine the reason for her constant panting, but our vet did not observe any other indications of her being in pain. So who knows? But it was definitely worth speaking with our vet about pain management options. At this time, we were in the process of selling our house and moving, and seeing the ways that our home challenged Olive in her senior years gave us a preview of what we could expect to one day trouble Wilson and Mate. It wouldn't be the first time our dogs have influenced our large dollar purchases, and I'm sure it won't be the last. In the end, we decided on a ranch-style floor plan with way less stairs to climb. Yet, in her second to last week with us, Olive still managed to fall down the 2 steps leading out to the backyard, tearing open her foot for the 4th time, exposing the bone. We knew in her weakening condition that her heart would just not be able to handle yet another sedation and surgery to close it up, and since we already had her final vet appointment on the calendar, we decided to just wrap it up, which is why you may have noticed it in bandages in most of the video clips used in this episode. The most difficult part in all of this was knowing when to let go. Olive didn't have anything in particular ailing her. She was just really old, a year and a half beyond a greyhound's average life expectancy. She was just completely worn out, and daily life was now becoming too difficult for her. We wanted to make sure that we didn't keep her alive for too long out of concern of not wanting to rob her of life. It's okay to go over the Rainbow Bridge on a good day. I don't feel that we need to wait until they feel bad. This decision is a hard one to arrive at, and consultation with a vet is something I strongly encourage. Friends and family who have also had to part ways with their pets can also offer insights into the positive and negative aspects of their experience. They can also offer comfort and companionship when coming back home to a now emptier home. Heather and I have been really fortunate to be able to work from home during the COVID-19 pandemic, which has provided us the opportunity to spend quite a lot more time with Olive in her last few months that normally would have been spent at our jobs, and we would have only been able to be with her in the evenings and the weekends. So a lot of this extra time is something that I've been really grateful for. Our house was frequently quite chaotic with foster dogs, and often Olive would just retreat to her corner and be the quiet observer, always watching over her pack. And it was her pack. She never liked leading from the front. She always hung around behind so that she could see everyone and know that we were all together. Perhaps that was something that she learned from being a broodie, from being a mom, wherever it came from. It always made her seem like an old soul. Olive went over the Rainbow Bridge on June 12th of 2020. The vet's office made arrangements for her cremation and also took a paw print. These were things that we were able to plan ahead of time with our vet's help. While it was not our favorite experience sitting on the examination room floor waiting for Olive to pass, we knew that it was something that we needed to do with her, so that she wouldn't spend her last moments alone, panicking, and wondering why we weren't there with her. A pet's decline at the end of their life can be so challenging for us as care providers because their normal behavior may start to change. They may lose their appetite, they may start losing control over their bladder or bowel, they might start having anxiety or even dementia. This time can be so frustrating and maybe a little expensive, but this is when they need our help the most. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to not know what to do next. It's okay to feel stress because of decisions that we don't want to have to make. We have to take care of ourselves as well. But I don't want to end on a downer like that. So, in the next episode of The Great Show of Greyhounds, we're going to take a look back on Olive enjoying her favorite pastime, taking a nap. She was a fairly active sleeper. A link to that episode, as well as the previous, can be found over here. If you enjoyed the show, then please like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel with the link down below. Follow us on social media at Greyt Show. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.